Hello and welcome to Solar Expanse. This is a space exploration manager, which means that you are in charge of exploring our solar system and indeed defeating all of the other corporations that are trying to do exactly the same thing. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. And indeed, let's go. Your mission is to lead us in the conquest of the solar system and beyond. We're about to schedule our first flight into space, then to the moon and other planets. Eventually, we'll colonize, terraform, and perhaps one day, venture to the stars. I'll be your assistant. Look for tutorial information in the top left corner. Alright, so here we go. Let's get down to business. So this is extremely cool in my opinion because I think you can literally just zoom all the way in here. Yeah, you can go very, very close to the planet. Okay, so when you're ready for our big launch to start off, we're ready for our big launch even. To start off, we need to put a brand new space telescope in low Earth orbit. It will let us look above and beyond and scout out suitable locations for future missions. Okay, so we will now go through step by step through our first space mission. Click on Earth to open the objective panel. This is the object panel. It contains all the information about the planet as well as buildings, spacecraft, and launch vehicles you have on it. You can begin planning missions here. Alright, over here, right? Yes. Okay, our first destination is Earth orbit. Let's type or choose it in the destination box. So you can literally select this right here and then Earth orbit. As you can see, there are huge amounts of different selections and we're going to be selecting this. With your destination selected, we can plan the rest of the mission and we can choose a particular spacecraft. This time we don't necessarily need any sophisticated spacecraft to deliver our cargo to orbit. So let's just use your orbital payload container. There we go. And this is the cargo screen. Click on Add Module to add the telescope. Modules are built like facilities, but can be moved to different locations to perform their functions. Alright, so there's the space telescope, and that's all we have right now. There we go. It is 2 tons, apparently. And we are going to move on. Launch vehicles are optimized for moving things from surface to orbit, but aren't capable of traveling to other planets. They're primarily used for launching cargo and spacecraft from Earth's surface or other planets, where either gravity is high or a given spacecraft lacks thrust. Remember that you can always view important information about how things work by pressing the I button. Let's select Sparrow and move on to the next thing. Okay, yes. Yeah, well, I was already selecting that. There we go. With everything selected, you can see a summary of the mission length and its cost. Press OK to schedule the mission. Alright, let's do it. Alright, so it's scheduled for 2020, January 11th. And indeed, I don't know what date it is right now. Oh, there it is. Yes. So we have 3 days. It is 3 days until that is going. So now, as you see, we have now started. Yes. There we go. That's it. That was very fast. That was extremely quick. So as you can see, there's our telescope right there. Now it's time to use our new telescope. Let's have a look at the exploration panel. So where is the exploration panel? Right there. Let's try observing Lunar, our Earth's moon. Okay, so object to observe. Let's do that. There we go. Notify on new discovery. So very cool. We can literally discover new things as we are observing certain celestial bodies. In order to start observing the object, you need to accept it, as with most decisions you make. This will reveal what resource deposits can be found there, but not how rich they are. Alright. Contract completed. Telescope successfully delivered. Systems check passed. We're ready to observe objects in outer worlds. We're going to get 100,000 for this. It's time to investigate Lunar more closely. Please now select the Earth. As you can see, you can select any number of things from our solar system, and you can select Earth straight away from this menu down here, which I personally think is extremely nice. Very cool quality of life improvement. And then you can open the construction panel. So we can create another wonderful spacecraft here. A simple disposable low-mass craft for delivering probes and modules to distant objects. There we go. Now you can simply speed up time and wait for construction to finish. Okay. Well, yeah, I can speed it up a huge amount, actually. There we go. Okay, yeah, so Iris is getting done. Are we actually spending money every single month or something like that? I'm actually not sure. We found water on Lunar. Okay, that's very cool. And there you go. We will need a probe for this mission. We can construct it in Modules and Facilities Construction menu. Okay, which is over here. Yes, okay. Whoa, we've got a load of extra stuff right here. Okay, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by this at the moment, but it's okay. We're going to get to learn about how we need to do things. Okay, let's wait for it to finish. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't even know what we're spending money on right now. I guess we're spending money on constructions and stuff like that, but yeah, we have 5 million. There is upkeep, as you can see. $156 a day, apparently. And press and hold the left mouse button on the module icon. Press and hold. Now drag and drop it to the destination. Really? Okay. I hope that actually worked. I think it did. With your destination selected, we can plan the rest of the mission. Okay, so let's do it. Spacecraft are vehicles designed for traveling between planets and orbits. They vary greatly. Okay, yes. Wonderful. As we're leaving Earth's orbit, we need a spacecraft. Select Iris. It's light and cheap, perfect for delivering probes. Okay, so let's select that. Make sure the probe is selected. Yes, it is, as you can see right there. Let's go with Sparrow as our launch vehicle, as it's made for the lightest spacecraft. Well, we don't have anything else, I don't think. And we should not waste any time and launch as soon as possible. There we go. All right, so what are we going to do here? The mission length is 7 days, and the total propellant needed is literally 168 tons. Wow, that's actually insane. And we can now move on here. There we go. Let's see what happens. So there's Lunar 1, as you can see right there. We are now launching this, and it is indeed traveling to Lunar, obviously, as you might expect. And we are now following it. We are literally following it right now. And there it goes. Boom. Contract completed. Touchdown confirmed. Data feed established. We'll soon be getting survey data on resource deposits. Finding out what riches lay on the moon. And we've unlocked the contract of the lunar landing, so we can now do that. It's time for a grand return to the moon. Let's construct our most powerful launch vehicle and a spacecraft capable of bringing crew to the moon and back. We might not be the first humans there, but we will make sure to be the ones remembered. Okay, so let's do 750. Wow, we're getting 750,000 for that. Very nice. Okay, if we want to expand our space enterprise, we need to research new things. Yes, I looked at the research window beforehand. That was very, very cool. Okay, so have a look at the spacecraft category. Where is it? Where would that be? Where is the spacecraft category? What? There's so much stuff. What? Look at this. Wow, this is insane. Okay, yeah, well, there's the spacecraft category right there. There is way too much stuff in this. Actually, you know what? There isn't. I feel like there's a very good amount. I like that. Okay, so let's research this. We're going to be getting Hermes from this, potentially. Unlocks research Hermes, as you can see right there. And the research will take some time. Let's wait for it to finish. Okay, so we'll just do this. And yeah, we can actually maneuver around, by the way. We have absolute freeform movement everywhere that we want to go. So if we want to go over to Mercury, or we want to go over to the sun or anything like that, then we can obviously do that if we like, you know. Otherwise, we can indeed double click on certain things as well, and that would immediately take us to where we want to go. For example, let's say that we want to go over to Pluto. I can just click on that and immediately we are there. So yeah, I like that a great deal. You can also see obviously all of the resources that you have available on certain planets by clicking on them. Okay, so we're just going to let the game run a little bit, and we'll see what we're going to get. Maybe we'll have the research done quicker than we think. Oh yeah, it is actually. It's speeding through. Oh, we found fissils. Okay, well, that's not too bad. Now we need to construct Stratos and send it on the mission. You should know how to do it yourself now. Okay, ha 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 ha. We should know how to do it myself now. Really? Do I? Not really, actually. Construct. How do I construct stuff? See, that's the thing. How do I construct stuff? I don't think we're going to be doing it through that. Where's the construction menu, by the way? For some reason... there it is. Okay, so we do it through here. Okay, so we need Stratos, right? Yes, so I need to find where that is. Where is that? Wow, okay, yeah, there's a significant amount of stuff here. Launch facilities, none of that. None of this is actually going to be useful. What do I need a probe? Construct spacecraft on that. I mean, I know kind of how to do it, but for some reason I cannot find the... never mind. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm actually accessing the modules. I need to select this down here. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm learning. All right, I'm learning. I know how to do it now. Okay, so we're going to get that done. And then we need to construct a launch vehicle on that. So the launch vehicle will be... I'm actually not entirely sure what we want to use for this. Let's have a look. A reusable super heavy class. Okay, what is this? What is Stratos, actually? I need to check Its mass is 40 tons. Okay, 100-ton cargo capacity. Okay, so the question is... 40 tons. We need something that is capable of carrying 40 tons. The... does this have the ability to do that? Capacity to orbit, 42 tons. I mean, that would be capable of doing it, right? I think that would be capable of doing it. So I think we'll probably do that. Because the Eagle is looking a little bit too... I feel like that's way too expensive for what it is. And I don't think we need to worry about it too much. Let's do the Falcon. Okay, we'll do the Falcon. So we're going to construct the launch vehicle at the same time. And then we need to deliver... What is this? Crew Compartment Type S. Okay. Crew Compartment Type S. There it is. How many of these? With crew on board... Okay. With crew on board from Earth to Lunar, and then from Lunar to the Earth. Okay, yeah, so we're basically just doing a swap. So crew compartment type S, I will make one of those. I think we already have one of those, actually. So yeah, maybe we don't even need that, but yeah. I guess I can just do this. How do I do that? This way? No. Okay, that's not going to actually work right now. Okay, we'll just let this be done. We'll let this be created first. We'll let all this stuff be done first, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, there we go. We found water on Lunar as well. More water. Earth Observatory starts discovering asteroids. Ah, nice. Okay. Yeah, how are we doing, by the way, in terms of the construction? I should probably have a look, shouldn't I? Oh, it's taking a long time, actually. It's taking a much longer time than it was beforehand. Okay, we should probably speed it up even further then, shouldn't we? We're going to get a rather significant reward for this as well, which I literally cannot wait for. I think it's going to be extremely satisfying to actually see our spacecraft take off from the Earth. And there we go. Okay, so Stratos is now done. That's wonderful. And drag and drop on an object to plan a mission. Well, yes, we do need to do that. Question is, wait a minute. I don't really want to... Do I want to do that right now? Lunar? Yeah, I guess. Okay. We need a launch vehicle, though. Our launch vehicle is not done yet, I don't think. So, yeah, destination, Lunar, spacecraft. Yeah, well, it's going to be this one, isn't it? Okay, that does not work. I'm actually not entirely sure how that's working right now. Okay, let's just continue, because we need the Falcon first, obviously, and it's probably going to be a good idea for us to just make sure that we have everything done. We obviously do have 2 crew compartment type S's now, so that's decent enough. All right, it's not too bad. And there we go. The launch vehicle has now been constructed. Okay, so we can now pause. Wait. Oh. It actually did want me to do the Eagle. I didn't even see that it was the Eagle. Okay, my bad. My bad. Okay, well, that's not too bad, I guess. That's okay. I mean, we have another thing now, so that if we do need it, then we have it. You know, I guess that's fine. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Once again, plan a mission. Okay, so if we do this, and then we do the destination... Well, we know that Lunar is the destination, and then we do next... Oh, okay, that's how we do it. All right, so we just click on next. Right, okay. So instead of me just being like, oh, yes, I need to click and drag this thing. No, we don't need to click and drag it. Okay, so we can just do this, add a module, and then the crew compartment, obviously, that's absolutely fine. And then we'll do Eagle. And we need a lot of launch capacity to put Stratos in orbit for the mission. There we go. All right. Supplies represent food, oxygen, water, and other necessities for human survival in space. They can be made on farms or purchased on Earth and are required by humans in transport to survive the trip. If they're trapped for an extended period without supplies, they will die. If spacecraft supplies capacity is too low, load additional supplies in the cargo hold. Humans in habitats consume less supplies. They can also survive without supplies, however, without them, they won't do any work, as they are too busy keeping themselves alive. Alright. Well, as you can see, we have more than enough supplies. I can reduce this down to 0 days if I wanted to do that for some reason. But yes, I can do that if you so desire. And otherwise, we're just going to schedule the flight. And it's scheduled for June 5th, which is literally in 3 days. So all we're going to do is I'm just going to do a very normal speed because I actually want to see what happens. Where is it actually? Oh, we already went over. Wow, that was way too fast. I wanted to actually see it. Oh no, that's half speed. Oh, I should probably have pressed on half speed. That would have made more sense, wouldn't it? Okay, so now we can literally plan another mission back to Earth. I mean, obviously we know how to do this now. So yes, we can do Stratos once again. We can add another module, crew compartment type S. There we go. And then we don't have a launch vehicle. Aha! Oh, we don't need a launch vehicle. Never mind. Okay, apparently, as you see right here, Stratos' engines are powerful enough to escape Lunar's weak gravity. Okay, of course. That obviously makes sense, because obviously Lunar does not have significant gravity, so we should be absolutely fine there. And then we don't really... Oh, what about the propellant? Do we need a huge amount of propellant here? Total propellant needed. How much do I actually need? We can confirm the mission and return home. How much do we need? It says minimum needed 56. Okay, so I guess we'll just go with... I'm just going to go for an even 100 or something like that. And that's what we'll do. Alright. Now I actually want to see the launch, if at all possible. So where is Lunar? Let me actually just skip here. There we go. Supplies will run out on Lunar. What do you mean supplies will run out on Lunar? Are you serious? I hope not. I hope not. That's pretty terrible, isn't it? That's pretty terrible. Okay, now it's gonna... Okay, let's just go here. Yeah. Wait a minute. Lunar? Can I not see Lunar? For some reason, it's not allowing me to actually look at it when I double click on this for some reason. I don't know why that is. Okay, so there it is. Earth 1. Earth 1 is traveling. And if we just speed it up a little bit, you can then zoom in. Yeah, well, I could have zoomed in, but they already completed it. Okay, so the crew landed successfully with no issues. The news is already talking about this. We made history today. It's been decades since anybody achieved it. And we unlocked the contract to explore Mars and to have a space dock. Oh, yeah. All right, so we can now craft something else here. What is this? Iris. Okay, we'll craft Iris. I think... Isn't that a probe? No, it's a spacecraft. Okay, so let's go for a spacecraft. There we go. Let's build one of these. And we're just going to let the game run a little bit here. And we also need to construct a probe. Okay, so I was correct in thinking that we needed a probe. Let's get one of those. And then we deliver a probe from Earth to Mars. Okay. Well, I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for us to do that, I think, right? I don't think we should really need anything super, super harsh here. I think it should be relatively easy, right? Surely it will. Let's actually see what's happening here. I think we're actually done with the probe as well, aren't we? No, almost done with it. Okay, and once that's done, then we can deliver it. Okay, so the question is, let's run through it again once this is done. Let's have a look and actually just click on the HAL button here. Open the... Oh, never mind. Okay, I was gonna say, let's just go through it once again, just to kind of see how we do it. But yeah, this is basically how we go. We can pick Iris here. We can then add the probe. And then we can go for... What do we want? Newly built reusable launch vehicle Falcon. It cannot carry as much as the Eagle, but it's more efficient. Okay, well, that's obviously fine. Okay, so basically, wait a minute. I actually already built one of these. That's hilarious. See, now that's exactly what I was talking about. I built one of these beforehand by mistake, but now we're actually taking advantage of it. So that's nice, right? Anyway, an optimal transfer between planets uses the least amount of propellant but takes the longest time. Such transfers may only be possible every few months or years, depending on the alignment of planets you travel between. You can shorten the transfer time, but that requires significantly more propellant. Using the fastest option selects the transfer that will reach the destination the soonest, based on your current total propellant. You can also choose a different transfer time by clicking on the Pork Chop Pilot. Pork Chop Pilot? I have no idea what that means. Here is the plot, sorry. Pork Chop Plot, not Pilot. I was like, wait a minute, is there a pig? Is there a pig in there? Yeah, anyway, here's the Pork Chop Plot used for interplanetary transfers. For more information, do this. Okay, so yeah, I actually have no idea what they're even talking about right now. But yeah, I guess we'll just press OK here. And yeah, I guess we'll see. I have no idea what they were talking about with that. Okay, I probably should have actually checked that out, shouldn't I? But we are making our way. As you can see, look at this. We're actually making our way there. Is that our mission right there? I'm actually not entirely sure, but this is technically where we should be coming. Ah, wait a minute. Is this it? Is that it right there? I think that might be it right there. No, that's Earth and Lunar, actually. That's Earth and Lunar. So wait a second. We are actually making our way through here in just a second. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's where we are actually going from in just a second. And then we're going to be making our way over to Mars. Okay, so wait a second. Is this our ship right here? I actually can't tell. I'm not sure which one it is, actually. I think it's that one over there. No? This one. There it is. That's launching. Boom. There it is. That's when it's launching. Okay, so basically it reached the exact point that we needed it to in the, obviously the orbit of the sun, of course. And now we can do this. Look at how cool this is. We are literally using this wonderful, kind of like a slingshot maneuver sort of thing. Unfortunately, as you can see right there, we actually, for some reason, I don't know why, but we didn't seem to have a particularly good time with this. It would have been much better to launch this a little bit earlier or a little bit later. I actually think a little bit later would have been the best way to go about this, but yeah, well, this is going to take us quite some time. Maybe, never mind. Look at that. It was calculated exactly right. Boom. There it is. Aero brake maneuver and soft landing went off without a hitch. We're receiving our first photos of the red planet. Great job, everyone. We'll have a wealth of information on what resources we can find on the planet. And we've unlocked the contract gravitational slingshot and various other things for human landing on Mars. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? But yes, this is exactly what this game is all about. It's about literally colonizing the solar system before the other corporations can do exactly that. If you would like to check out Solar Expanse, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.